Today, he is one of the most influential entrepreneurs in history. He built companies that changed transportation, space exploration, and technology. But behind the fame and fortune is a story filled with rejection, failure, and relentless determination. This is the incredible journey of the man who refused to stop dreaming. Born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa, he was a quiet and curious child. While other children spent their days playing outside, he preferred sitting alone with books, exploring worlds of science, technology, and imagination. School was not an easy place for him. He often felt different from the other children and struggled to fit in. Those lonely moments taught him an important lesson. Sometimes the greatest strength comes from learning to stand on your own. At just 10 years old, he discovered computers. Fascinated by technology, he taught himself programming by reading manuals for hours. Every new line of code brought him one step closer to turning imagination into reality. By the age of 12, he had created a simple video game called Blastar and sold it to a computer magazine. It wasn't just his first earnings. It was proof that his ideas could create real value. As a teenager, he made a life-changing decision. Leaving behind everything familiar, he moved to North America in search of greater opportunities. It was a journey filled with uncertainty, but he believed that big dreams required bold choices. College life wasn't easy. Money was limited, and the future was uncertain. Yet he spent countless nights studying, learning, and preparing himself for challenges that most people couldn't even imagine. Even as a student, he wasn't thinking about an ordinary career. He dreamed of solving humanity's biggest challenges through technology, from sustainable transportation to making life possible on other planets. In 1995, he co-founded his first technology company. The team worked long hours in a small office, often sacrificing comfort for progress. Every setback became another reason to work even harder. Years of dedication finally paid off when the company was sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. Instead of enjoying a comfortable life, he chose to invest almost everything into even bigger and riskier dreams. For him, success was never the finish line. It was only the beginning. With experience and confidence growing, he launched another ambitious company. He believed that the internet would completely transform the way people handled money, even when many thought the idea was impossible. Success didn't come overnight. There were days when he worked almost without rest, spending long hours solving problems, improving products, and pushing his team forward. Every sacrifice brought him one step closer to his vision. His company eventually became part of one of the world's leading online payment platforms. The deal earned him a fortune, but instead of slowing down, he saw it as fuel for even bigger dreams. Most people would have protected their wealth. He did the opposite. He invested nearly everything he had into bold new companies, knowing that if they failed, he could lose it all. The first rocket launch ended in failure. Years of hard work disappeared in just a few moments. Critics said the dream was over. But for him, failure was simply another lesson. Soon, both of his companies were struggling. Money was running out, and the pressure was overwhelming. There were moments when bankruptcy seemed closer than success. Even during the hardest days, he refused to surrender. He motivated his teams, solved one problem after another, and continued believing in a future that no one else could yet see. Everything depended on one final rocket launch. If it failed, years of work and nearly all the remaining money could be lost. The entire team waited in complete silence as the countdown began. This time, The rocket reached orbit successfully. It was a historic breakthrough that proved the impossible could become reality. That single success changed the future of the company and the future of space exploration forever. While one company was reaching for space, another was trying to transform transportation. His mission was clear: to prove that electric cars could be faster, smarter, and more exciting than traditional vehicles. The year 2008 became one of the darkest periods of his life. Both of his companies were facing serious financial trouble. He had invested almost everything he owned, and failure seemed only days away. Instead of walking away, he chose to fight. He continued leading his teams, making difficult decisions, and believing that persistence would eventually overcome every obstacle. The hard work finally began to pay off. The first successful electric sports car captured the world's attention, proving that innovation could change an entire industry. As more people embraced electric vehicles, the company grew rapidly. What once seemed like an impossible dream was now becoming a global movement toward cleaner transportation. But his ambitions didn't stop on Earth. He continued investing in reusable rockets with the goal of making space travel more affordable and preparing humanity for future missions to Mars. His vision expanded even further with a satellite network designed to bring internet access to remote parts of the world, helping millions of people stay connected. He also invested in projects involving artificial intelligence, robotics, and brain-computer technology, believing that innovation would shape the future of humanity in ways we could barely imagine. Years of determination turned him into one of the world's most recognized entrepreneurs. His ideas inspired millions of people to think bigger, dream bigger, and never stop learning. After decades of risk, sacrifice, and relentless hard work, he became the richest person in the world. Yet for him, wealth was never the ultimate goal. His greatest ambition has always been to build technologies that can shape the future of humanity. Even after reaching extraordinary success, he never stopped building. Every new project was driven by the same belief: to solve humanity's biggest challenges through innovation and technology. His journey inspired entrepreneurs, engineers, and students across the world. Millions of people realize that even the biggest dreams can begin with a single idea and the courage to pursue it. Behind every achievement were years of sleepless nights, failed experiments, difficult decisions, and personal sacrifices. Success wasn't built in a day. It was earned through persistence. While many people dream of changing one city or one country, his vision reaches far beyond Earth. He believes that one day, humanity will become a multi-planetary civilization, with people living and working on Mars. From electric vehicles to reusable rockets, satellite internet, artificial intelligence, and robotics, each project represents a step toward a future that once existed only in science fiction. His story teaches us that failure is not the opposite of success. It is often a necessary part of it. Every setback became another opportunity to learn, improve, and move forward. As a child, he spent countless hours reading books and learning new skills. That habit of continuous learning remained with him throughout his life and became one of the foundations of his success. Although he became the richest person in the world, his greatest achievement isn't measured by money. It's measured by the industries he transformed, the technologies he advanced, and the possibilities he created for future generations. His journey reminds us that extraordinary achievements don't begin with extraordinary circumstances. They begin with curiosity, courage, hard work, and the determination to keep going when everyone else gives up. From a curious child in South Africa to one of the most influential innovators in history. Elon Musk proved that extraordinary dreams can become reality through courage, persistence, and relentless hard work. His journey reminds us that success isn't about where you start. It's about how determined you are to keep moving forward. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more incredible stories of the world's greatest minds.